Relationships are our mirrors, and we're going to look at what truth is this connection trying to show you. So for this pile, we're going to have a look at your reflection in them, and in this pile, we're going to have a look at their reflection in you. So Spirit, may we have a look, please? What qualities or emotions do they bring out in you that you need to acknowledge? Spirit, let's have a look for the viewer. The person that the viewer is thinking of. What qualities or emotions did they bring out in the viewer that would be good for the viewer to acknowledge? We have got the Hanged Man. And let us have a look at their reflection in you. What aspects of themselves are being reflected back through their connection with you? Let us have a look. Spirit, their reflection in the viewer. We have got the Knight of Wands. So this reading really reveals two distinct energies being mirrored back to one another. The connection feels a little bit like a push-pull dynamic where each person is reflecting something that needs acknowledgement, healing, or even transformation. Your reflection in them is showing up here as the Hanged Man. So what qualities or emotions do they bring out in you that need to be acknowledged? And this certainly can be quite triggering. It feels like this person puts you in a place of waiting or being in limbo. The Hanged Man really symbolizes a state of suspension, that of surrender and of gaining new perspectives. And this might feel really frustrating, but actually is intended to teach patience and inner reflection. So this connection really brings out a tendency for you to pause and to reconsider your own beliefs, your expectations, or even your own patterns. It also might be highlighting areas of your life where you feel really powerless or stuck. And this could be encouraging you to look at things from a different angle to gain clarity. So Spirit actually might be asking you to release control and trust the process rather than trying to force something to happen prematurely. Their reflection in you is showing up as this Knight of Wands. And the question was, what aspects of themselves are being reflected back through their connection with you? And it is showing up as passion, as impulsiveness, and very adventurous spirit. So this person is likely feeling inspired and energized by their connection with you. But their energy could be somewhat inconsistent or maybe even restless. So they may see you as someone who lights a fire within them, really encouraging them to be more spontaneous and even more daring. However, it seems like they may have an unsettled nature, and this may also reflect their own fears or inability to commit fully. So this card suggests that they may be mirroring their own need for freedom and for excitement, but also their tendency to avoid deeper emotional attachment. Together, this dynamic really feels like a dance of movement and stillness, really urging both of you to acknowledge what you truly want. The Hanged Man and the Knight of Wands are very different energies. One here is all about being still and gaining clarity, while the other is about rushing forward with passion and intensity. All in all, this connection is likely revealing a need for balance, where you are meant to cultivate more courage and spontaneity, while they are meant to find more depth and consistency. So Spirit is showing that there is something valuable to learn from one another, even if it's not meant to be a long-term stable connection. Let's ask another question. What does Spirit want you to understand about your own desires and motivations within this connection. May we have a look, please, Spirit? What do you want the viewer to understand? We have the Six of Pentacles. It's really interesting because did I not just talk about balance? And the Six of Pentacles, or as it's known in this particular deck, the Six of Stars, is all about balance. We can even see the scales right here. So this Six of Pentacles is all about that balance. It's talking about giving and receiving, and it's ensuring that the energy is exchanged in a very healthy, reciprocal way. So what this card is revealing is talking about balance within this relationship, and Spirit is urging you to look at how much you are giving versus receiving in this particular connection. Are you always the one being patient, understanding, and providing emotional support without getting very much in return? Spirit is wanting you to acknowledge your desire for fairness and equality. So deep down, you desire a relationship that does feel balanced and mutually fulfilling. The Six of Pentacles is really indicating that you are seeking a connection where the both of you contribute to growth and happiness within the relationship. Spirit might also be asking you to look at your motivations. There might be a desire to heal, fix, or rescue the other person, especially if they seem lost or inconsistent. And Spirit is really wanting you to reflect on whether this urge comes from a place of genuine compassion or of a need to feel valued. It's also a lesson in self-worth. Are you compromising your own needs or standards to accommodate this person? The card really suggests that part of your motivation might be rooted in wanting to feel validated or appreciated by someone who shows signs of inconsistency. Now, why would this matter? So Spirit is asking you to reassess what you are truly seeking. If you do desire balance, stability, and a genuine emotional connection, then maybe it's time to recognize where the energy exchange feels imbalanced between the both of you. And this card really gently reminds you that you are absolutely worthy of a relationship that feels equally nurturing and fulfilling. Now, I know I say it to you every single time I do a reading, but it is very, very important for you to understand that this is a collective reading and therefore it is not going to resonate with everyone, and that is perfectly fine. If you want your own private reading, then there is a link in my bio. You would go here and here, and you would find a list of all of my offerings. My tarot readings are here, where I do a same-day reading that is returned to you within 24 hours. I also have a very in-depth soul contract reading that is very valuable, and there's a whole bunch of other readings that I also offer. For those of you that may have been curious about learning tarot, then I have a couple of online classes that are available. I have beginners and I have intermediate. And upon completion, there is the opportunity for you to gain certification.